Hello guys, you're looking vlog back with another video. Today I'm going to be going over the Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home, or presumably No Way Home. But taking a look at the packaging, you can see up top there's a spot varnished spider logo over there, which is pretty cool. You have the figure inside, comes with a web accessory over here. You have Spider-Man, does not say No Way Home here. It says the upgraded suit over here, and then on the side you have a picture of the upgraded suit shooting out of web, and then over here on the back you have a read-up on Spider-Man. So if you want to go read that, you can go read that right now and pause the video. And then we have a pretty cool image of Spider-Man just crouching and swinging or shooting the web out right there. The same image on the other side, just inverted, and nothing on the bottom, and that should be it. So let's get this figure open and take a look. Alright, so taking a look at this figure out of the packaging, it's pretty good. I mean, it's very similar to some things that we've seen before, but it's not anything too new, but not anything like just like completely old. But I'll get into this later. I do want to get into the accessories first, so let's go on to those. Alright, so here are all the accessories that we get, and normally you would see the Peter Parker head sculpt that this figure has right here. You normally would see that, but this neck joint I want to get into later because I have a problem with this, and on my other one too. This is the same figure, I just customized it with the webbing. So yeah, you can see this happened here, so I do want to talk about that later. So that's why, you know, you'll find out later as to why I don't have this head on here. But just you looking at the accessories overall, pretty disappointing. I mean, we have this web piece that no one really likes that much in the translucent or like transparent color here. The triangle that nobody understands. The gripping hands for some reason. I have no idea why these are here, but these look cool, I guess. Nothing too new. You know, just no web pattern there painted or anything like that. Just the same. And then the same thing with the other one. And then the web shooting hands or the web flipping hands here. Nothing really too important. They look fine. And no pattern here either. And then we have the head sculpt over here, which is just the mask head sculpt for Spider-Man here. And yeah, it's basically just, you know, pretty much. Actually, I think it's new. I don't want to say it's old. I do think that it is a new one. I'm not for sure on that one. Maybe I'm getting confused with some other suits and stuff like that. But nonetheless, it looks good. Taking a look at the figure, I do just want to get the head sculpt over with because I will not be changing it again after I put it on the masked head or put the masked head on this figure. Because number one, I didn't have this on my other one, but if my camera could focus, you could see I have a crack right there at the neck, which I did not have before with the other one. So that is scary. Maybe that's why the whole like head is a lot more loose, which does scare me a lot, and don't just want the hinge to just pop out like that. So I will be careful with this. Also, just taking a look at the Peter Parker head sculpt, it looks pretty good. You see some color variation in the hair, which I do like. It gives it that more realistic effect. I do believe this is the photoreal tech that they've used. Yeah. This looks pretty good. The hair doesn't really look like Tom Holland that much. I'm not going to say that Hasbro nailed it because I think they could have done better. Maybe if the hair was swept to the side a little bit more, that probably would have been better and like more of a Tom Holland type expression than just, I don't know. This just looks a little like not much like Tom Holland, but like someone tried to make it. I mean, in some parts it looks like him. Sometimes it doesn't. It just all depends. It did grow on me a lot though. So, you know, the head sculpt is fine. I like the detail on the hair and stuff like that over here. And then over here, you could see the spider symbol. Why is my camera not focusing today? The spider symbol is a little bit different from the old one. I don't have the old one, so I can't do any comparisons, but they do have an outline of white, which it's not the best, but it is pretty good, and it is more accurate. I know the belt piece is different. I think they had like a little bit more extended or something like that, or a little bit more detail that wasn't necessary over here. And I just remembered that the hands aren't there. I don't know why they gave him gripping hands. That is a little bit odd to me. Not like he can hold on to the web or anything really. But, you know, I guess it's fine. We have the web whipping hands, and we have the gripping hands over here. You can see the pins inside because this was not made where, you know, Hasbro Marvel Legends are now pinless. So, yeah, back to what I was saying over here. The legs, missing a whole bunch of detail. This entire black part of the suit is missing a whole bunch of detail. Because before, with the other one, we had this like midnight blue and then this black texturing, which not only looked nice, but just like really popped at some parts of the light here, which looked really good. But now they just completely took that away from us, and we don't have that at all, which is very annoying. And then, you know, it's just like kind of a bummer because this is supposed to be an updated, upgraded suit, and, you know, we kind of just got a downgrade, in my opinion. But they did paint these red. I do believe that is something new. They like made it different over there, which is good. So yeah, just different paint apps and stuff like that. This nice spider symbol have a little paint mark there. So nothing too crazy. Some paint scuffed at the ab crunch there. So nothing too ridiculous, nothing really bad with the paint on here, just saying, missed out on detail that I do think they should have put in, but we do get some black paint at the bottom of the feet and on the top a little bit, on the soles are different. Painted, so that is nice, and I do like that they added that, and it's a minor detail that I think does make the suit look better. Just taking one more good look at this Tom Holland head sculpt before I end up switching it. You can see over here we have like a little nick of paint like missing from the eyebrow that was on my other one as well, so that's something interesting to me. I guess it's on all of theirs. And then one more thing, when I go to put these up, you can see there this sculpt here of that web, like the actual part of the suit starts bending upward, and that did happen on the other one. I believe it was the same one, so I did have to chip that off. So that way it worked better. This one never had a problem with. So I guess these are some issues that happen with a lot of other people's suits, or maybe just, I guess, like, I don't know, maybe it's still rare. But judging that this is my second order and this is what happened, I'm guessing it's like a universal issue. So that's something worth noting, and that should be it. And I'm going to keep the masked head on and show you what that looks like. Alright, so removing the head here, this is the reason why I'm not changing it again. This ball joint here, the hinge, it's so like small, and when I take it off it's like white, and it ends up getting stressed, and because of how tight these head sculpts are, it ends up like just pulling off the whole ball, and that is what happened. I had to get it out, and it was very annoying. So putting this off, it actually does damage this. And I looked at the reviews, and this is not only, with me, this is with other people. So I was guessing maybe it was just on mine before, but no. Taking a look at a good ball joint, or what would be good one, is this. It's strong. Over here, you could definitely see where it's like thick, and it would not break easily. And then here, it looks so much thinner, and like it definitely would break off very easily. So very interesting and very annoying to me, and that does bring down this figure's final rating a lot. But putting on the Spider-Man head sculpt to show you what that looks like. So here it is. This is what it looks like, and it's pretty good. I don't really have a problem with it. It's just like sometimes it may like look like a little small, like this whole like big body here, and then this very skinny neck here, and then the head. It's not bad. I personally like it, and it doesn't ruin or bother anything with me. I'm personally fine with it. Just sometimes in real life in hand, it can look a little bit weird if you really try and notice it. But it looks pretty good, and nothing too crazy here. Just everything's fine here. Nice paint on the eyes, but I did end up putting some like Vaseline on here, so that way in case I did want to take this out, I could just pop it off a little bit easier. But I did hear a little crack noise here because of the neck there, which is something I'm very scared of. So that does not happen on all of them. This didn't happen on this one, so I'm guessing it's just an issue with this one. But yeah, something interesting to me and something kind of scary. So I don't want to change the head anymore, and I do not recommend that you do, because if you manage to get the Peter Parker head off and put this one on, I do recommend putting something like Vaseline or something slippery on here a little bit. It won't make it super loose. It's still pretty tight, and it's fine. It does the job. It's not like flopping all over the place or anything like that, and it does work pretty well. Just, to be careful, because I really do not want to have to wait for this figure to restock again just to buy it because of the weak ball joint hinge. But moving into the articulation segment, over here, you can move his arms this far out. He can look this high up with that hinge there, and then this far down, he can bury the chin. An upper bicep swivel over here. We have double jointed elbows, which work nicely. We have the horizontal hinge, and then the hand swivel there, and then full rotation with the arm. Butterfly joints move back this far forward. Don't really do much, but they exist. And then ab crunch back is okay. I mean, it's pretty good, but we just have this little like weird kind of bump there. And then ab crunch forward is really nice. I do like that a lot. And then over here we have the waist swivel, upper thigh cut there. And then the leg kicks this far forward and then moves this far back, which is not, it's decent. And then the double jointed knees right here, along with the ankle moving down. You can get to the butt right there, and ankle moves this far down and moves this far up, which isn't really that good in my opinion. And then that really is it. I mean, he can do the splits pretty well, and I haven't seen this good of a leg spread for Spider-Man figures in a while, so that's nice. And then we have ankle pivot, which is good as well, and that should be it with the articulation. Measuring this figure, you can see that he does stand right at the 6-inch mark, or at least right under it. Alright, so here we have the Spider-Man next to some of the other Spider-Man villains here. We have the Vintage Collection Sandman over here, and then Tom Hardy's Venom. And I absolutely love the size comparisons between these two right here, and I think these two aren't bad. Here we have Spider-Man next to pretty much the fan favorites of Marvel. We have the Mark 85 Iron Man and the Endgame Captain America. This is the new and upgraded version. Just to get a good look at all the other MCU Spider-Man figures that I have here next to this one, you could see they stand in size very well. I mean, these three, this one I guess doesn't have a mask on, so it looks a little bit different, but these scale pretty well because they are supposed to be, you know, the same kid just in a different suit. And just get a good look again, here they all are. And the last comparison here is going to be him next to the one and only Stan Lee Marvel Legends figure. By the way, yes, I'm using a DC Multiverse Zand because I did break my other one during stop motion filming. So there's that. Anyway, final verdict. I think this is pretty good. It's basically the other figure, so I can't really give this figure credit. It's more like the other figure. But I do really like it a lot. If you don't have the other one, I highly, highly, highly recommend getting this figure. It's absolutely awesome if you don't have the other one. If you do, you might as well just stick with the old one. If you really don't like the red paint and how shiny it is, if you don't like how it pretty much just looks like a McDonald's toy, then I'd say get this one. Although, just remember, this stuff does have some, like, more major downgrades than upgrades. But I guess if, you know, you're a completionist and you're debating if you should still get this, yeah, it's pretty good, and I do like it a lot. I think it is pretty good, and I would definitely recommend it. However, if you're going to put on one of the head sculpts, if you want to keep the Peter Parker one on, then yeah, but if you change it to this one, you're unfortunately never going to be able to change it back because you do risk breaking the figure very, very easily, so there's that. Anyway, that would pretty much wrap it up on this figure, and giving this a rating, I'd say if you don't have the other one, I'd give it like a, what, like an 8.5 out of 10, almost a 9, but if you do have the other one, I mean, just, I'd say it's more like a 7. But yeah, so that should be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video and you're new to the channel, please turn on the notification bell and subscribe to my channel so that way you know when I post more awesome videos like this. And if you've enjoyed, please just give this video a like and comment what you thought about this figure in the comment section below. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.